but it didn't. And that bothered me. And to the point where I didn't have a good answer for him. I started seeking and trying to wonder, what do I do? And it wasn't just weeks later, I'm speaking with a friend of mine who I hired to be a financial advisor, but then he quit to go do real estate investing. And I started talking to him, and he started talking about how he and his dad had started partnering on some real estate deals, and his dad had doubled his income as a professor at the local university. And I said, wait a minute, you've only been doing this 4 or 5 months. That's too good to be true. There's no way you can do that. He said, well, that's what's happening. And it got me down that little rabbit hole, right? I was like Alice tumbling down the rabbit hole. And the next thing I know, I start to learn what those guys did. I quit being a financial advisor because I realized it wasn't working, not just for my dad, but for all of our clients and even for financial advisors. They couldn't even retire themselves without making commissions. They were only making money off of selling, not actually off of investing. And so I said, I can't be in integrity and teach this anymore. And so I left, and I taught some ballroom dancing on the side. I did mortgages, and then I started learning about real estate investing. And later that next year, I was able to retire when I was 28 years old. And of course, when you're that young and you're able to retire, everyone wants to know, how did you do it, right? And so I started like mentoring friends just one-on-one, for some close friends and whatnot. And then eventually I came out of retirement in 2007 to teach people how I did what I did. And that's kind of how I became more of the anti-financial advisor, because I realized stuffing your money away, saving it in the stock market and mutual funds, and then doing the traditional retirement plans just hasn't worked. It has been proven really not to work in vast majority of cases.